Now the next step is the editing and the conversion, and I mentioned that for that we will use a tool called Freemake Video Converter, which is here. So we have to load in the video, and we know where it is. It's here, view flashback movies, and it's this AVI video called trial. So now it has opened it in it, and we can do the editing. In Freemake, one only does very simple clip editing, but that is all you really need to make your basic screencast. To do the clip editing, you open up the editing window here, and you will see your video playing. We can bring it up, and then we can play it. Now this is the video we are recording as now audio. So we can now edit and clip out any piece of this audio. So for example, if you remember, I made a certain pause. So let us edit out that pause thing that you were talking about. So right now we are recording the screen, and it will be a blank screen, and I can show you how we can cut out bits of it. For example, I will make a pause now. So and later on we will cut this pause out. So the beauty of screencast. So what I did was I started at that pause, and then I will click the other side here at the end of that pause. And later on we will cut this pause out, and then we cut that out. So now we have removed the pause. So in this way you can simply cut out all the pauses or mistakes that you made. You don't have to do the whole video again. You can just repeat where you made the mistake and cut out the mistake later. So we will not waste time on this, because now that is a very simple task, and I will say okay, we have finished editing. The most important thing is the conversion. So now this Freemake has a video converter, and we can convert to any file format that we see here. So normally the most efficient file formats and the ones widely used in YouTube are MP4 and FLV. MKV is also a very highly compressed and efficient format. Let us first just do this to MP4. It will give us various trials and various ways of doing this, and in this case we will keep the same as source thing. It may end up to be a larger file. If you want to make a smaller file, you can change it down to these different levels of quality, but you must go back and verify whether the quality is enough for what device your students are viewing it on. We will just keep it in this, and I will put it back into the original folder we were working on. So now it's trial.mp4, it's going to save as, and we will convert it. It says 71 megabytes here, which is very large, but based on not having any pauses and similarities. So when we do this, you will find it become much smaller than that. This will also take time. And once it is finished, then we have done with our Freemake converter, and we have actually completed a task. We will just go and check it. So we will exit the converter and go and look for our program. So now we have a file. Can you see it is only 11 megabytes inside, the original 90, and it should be of quite good quality. We can check by playing it. The recording has now started, and generally what I find very useful is, so that's very good. So we have now a 11 megabyte video for 4 minutes. If we want, we can make it even smaller at the cost of losing some resolution. So I hope that with these steps you understand how the screencast is made. Just to recap, we first started our screen recorder here, and once the screen recorder got going, we did our screencast, leaving pauses that we can edit out later. Once we stopped recording, we have a file that is in the proprietary format of the BB flashback recorder. So we have to use that software to export it as a standard format. In this case, we use the AVI file. The AVI file is usually going to be pretty large, and we used Freemake Video Converter to do two things. One is to edit out the things we didn't want in our screencast, and then finally to convert it to a MP4 file, which was 11 megabytes for 4 minutes, which is a fairly good ratio. Normally one goes for between 1 and 2 megabytes a minute. That's of good quality. That is good enough to usually get what we want. If you are going to view it on a mobile phone, then or tablet, you can make it even smaller. So I hope that that was clear, and play around with the software and learn about what the different settings do. In particular, the conversion settings, make it of smaller and smaller file size. You will see how eventually it becomes of such low resolution that you can't really use it. So you need to find the smallest file that is useful for your purpose.